Welcome back to one more episode of Learning with Junaid. Today we are going to discuss an interesting problem with linked list. How do you delete a node in the middle of a single linked list given only access to that node? A very frequent interview question asked by multiple companies. There is an easier solution to this question. So let's go ahead and see. So I'm going to first define a linked list. It looks something like this. Populate a linked list. If you see here, let me go ahead and run this program. I have a linked list which has nodes A, B, C, D, E. Given this, and they are going to ask you to delete one of the nodes. This is my representation of a linked list currently. So they might ask you to delete a node from the middle of a linked list, and they will only give you access to that node. So the input format would be A, B, C, D, E. The output format should be A, B, D, E. So we have to remove C, which is at the middle of the node. So let's go ahead and get started. The ideal solution for this is just go ahead and say I want to delete a node. I'm always going to pass a head because I need access to my linked list, and I'm going to say I want to delete a node which has a character of C, right? Let's go ahead and try this method. We are not going to return the head, we are going to return a boolean value. For example, let's say initially I will start off with return of false. So the ideal case in a scenario like this is when you iterate through this list from A to B, A to C. When you come across C, you just copy this node, the value of this node into C, and then delete this node. That way your new output would be A, B, D and E. Given your A, B, C, D, E, your output should be A, B, D, E. There is a caveat to this problem, and you have to let the interviewer know you cannot delete the node if this is the last node of a linked list. So your interviewer might want you to point that out. So that's a very good analogy. So you just have to let them know that, hey, I can't delete C if C was here because C is the last node. So it has to be either here, here, or here somewhere. It has to be in the middle or before the middle. It can be the last node. So how do we do that? Let's go ahead and see, make a check here and say while my head is not equal to null. Now, since we are working with the character node, I'm gonna make this a character value. I'm going to iterate through this node, make sure I have head is equal to head dot next node. So it has to keep iterating. The first check I have to do is whenever my head dot value is equal to the value that was passed. So what do we do? Whenever the head dot value is value that was passed, that means I'm standing at this node. I'm going to go to this node D, which is nothing but head dot next node. I'm going to take it into next, and then I'm going to copy the value from next node and place it into my at this moment your C would get overridden by D. This will become D. The next thing that I have to do is just make sure that head dot next node equal to next dot next node. That means now since it has become D, this dot next node would be next dot next node. Next node is D. So that would completely wipe off this D. That would override the C with D, and make sure you return true. That means you deleted this. I'm going to go ahead and now head again. Let's see what happens. The first time when I printed it, it is A, B, C, D, E. The next time it would become A, B, D, E. Completely deleted C from this node. So very simple. Point them out that it cannot be the last node. If they ask you this question, the strategy is very simple. Iterate through your linked list. You find the linked list, copy from next whatever was there into this node, and then delete any references to your node here and make this next point to the next of this node. So that's how you do it. There's one more check that you might want to do just as part of this is you want to make sure that the node that you have to delete that does not have any next node that is null. What I'm trying to say is the examiner is asking you, or the interviewer is asking you to delete a node that is at the middle or somewhere in the middle. So you have to point that out to an examiner, to an interviewer, saying, hey, C is not at the middle. For example, if you see here, if C was this one, you obviously cannot be deleting this because this is not at the middle. So you might want to add that check here. While you're iterating, you're saying if head dot next node equal to null, that means it's a failure. We are not going to be deleting anything. Just go ahead and return false. So not a bad idea to also add one more check here, saying if my head equal to null. So you don't need this boolean flag. I just used it for my sake. Go ahead, run it. Bam. Deleted C. So pretty simple strategy, as I said. Go ahead if you have any questions, comments, if you want to see if there is a better way of doing it, go ahead, post a comment. And if you can please subscribe to my channel, that would really help for us to come up with more content. And I will be posting out some more videos on linked list soon. I am going to start off a new series on strings as well, and we will meet next time. Until then, thank you again for watching my channel, and goodbye for now. Thank you.